Hello, folks. I'm a little sleepy, but I did get up very early this morning. But here is Covista. We are here for Joker's Wild Wednesday. You can bring anything you want, and this is Covista. And I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Beer Reviews, and there's Dazzling Dave, also in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome.
Does it sound like something got stuck in your throat?
Cold.
I get the cold one again. Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so Covista. I don't know what Aldi was thinking when they put this on the market, but they let it get released. It's a questionable product. So we got Bumpy from New Hampshire.
Cheers.
Joker's
You
Wild
got a
Wednesday.
cold going on there,
Bumpy.
Ron? Cheers. You have a cold going on?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. You sound a little congested.
It's clearing up though. Hello, Claude. Snowy Colorado, Claude Diamond.
It is snowy here. It is very. We got 2 feet of snow. I even went skiing. Today. Good skiing in Louisiana, right?
Yup.
Water
In the
skiing.
I have 2 interesting. I'm a beer and shot guy. There's only one beer, Dazzling Dave, as we both know.
I like that beer.
It's a good beer. And this is turning out to be one of my new favorite, decently priced American Colorado whiskeys.
Wow.
I'd like to try it.
It's. I've had the bourbon before, and this is the American whiskey. They're doing with beer. They're doing with whiskey what a lot of the craft guys are doing with beer. They're coming out with different blends and things all the time.
I think there's only like one really method of getting whiskey somewhere, and then everything else is an additive.
Yeah. They're coming out with a new whiskey. It's called a 14er. Colorado, if you're into mountain climbing, we have 14 mountains that are over 15,000 feet or something like that. And they're coming out with that, I think, next month.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is that people don't buy it, so it's not hurting anything. All right, so here's the Covista, and like I said, everything Aldi does not succeed. This is one of their failures, but we'll get into that in a minute. I'll put that on the banner. It's 5%. Covista, it was introduced this year. It's only been out on the market about 3 months, maybe less. 5%, and now David has
Stella Artois 00.
Oh yay!
Try this one out since it's Wild Card Wednesday.
Be careful.
What? Oh, I know. This is just can't try after drinking this one. See what this is all about.
Good. That's just a good beer.
Claude, look at it. Look close.
Liberté. Oh, oh yeah. I've had their non-alcoholic. It's very good.
It's an NA that they give away. It's got a big blue label on top of it. Other than that, it comes in the same bottle.
Now, what's interesting, I think they're allowed by law to say 0 to 0.0, but isn't there a list, Ron would know this, isn't there 0.05% alcohol in these NA beers?
It could be. It could be up to that.
Yeah, some is even less. This one claims to have nothing. So, we'll crack it open. See how it pours.
Now, Bumpy, what do you have?
Smells like beer.
All right. Well, if you were in the liquor store and you saw a whiskey or a bourbon that was $20 off the selling price, would you buy it?
Probably, unless it was a $300 bourbon.
Right. Yeah, that's not enough. But here we go. The Clover.
Dude, what's going on over there? Hurricane?
Single barrel Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey. Comes in, it's a 90 proof, so 45% alcohol. Hope, faith, love, and luck. That's the 4 different leaves of the clover. That each one of those has a different meaning. Bobby Jones, gentleman and champion. He was a golfer, apparently. The Bobby Jones collection sustains the legacy of golf's greatest gentleman and champion. After competition, it was his custom to enjoy 3 fingers of the finest local whiskey. The collection exclusively features single barrel whiskeys aged to perfection.
Wait, now show that again, Bumpy. Show that again.
There's only one Tennessee whiskey I've ever seen that says bourbon on it.
Yeah.
Clover,
so this
barrel,
was,
and it's at what ABV?
45%.
Okay.
So this was $50, but I got it for $30.
Oh yeah, nice.
So yeah, because it was new to the store, so it was one of those. Hey, we just got this in, so I'm like $20 off. And I was kind of looking for that price range of 30 to 40, and I'm like, there we go, winner. So I'll just give it a little pour. I did already open it. I sampled some earlier. But it has the kind of rubbery cork, but it has the wood top to it.
So it's kind of like neoprene, like the rubber at the bottom of the shoe soles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
rubber cork, but then a wood top. It does have that nice neck tie that you have to break off.
Yeah, neoprene.
It's an interesting shaped bottle. I don't really like these bottle shapes because they pour gluggishly, and you always end up with some dripping.
That's money down the drain.
So, but anyways, that's the look of it in a whiskey glass there. So it's got a good amber coloration to it, deep dark gold, if you would. And Santa Claus would love this by the chimney.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, Claude, what do you have? Tin cup, what?
I have tin cup, and I forget that this guy. This is a blended American whiskey, bottled at 5,251 feet. It says on the label, mountain whiskey. Oops. 84 proof. I've had the bourbon from this, and I was really impressed. I thought it was really smooth, very, very nice to drink. No struggle. No, it's not a harsh. They're making very drinkable whiskeys, these guys. They got a great little story on the back there, all about it. And they give you, like the old mountain miners and stuff, they give you a little tin cup that goes on top. You can see the color here. It's just a beautiful golden copper. And hey, good. Oh, look who's in the building.
The beverage ramble.
Good evening, Mr. T, Dave, Claude, Bumpy.
Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. And Ron, you're a world traveler now, I understand.
Yes.
We should call you. Remember that show, Rick Steves Travel Europe? Remember on PBS?
Yes.
Let's make it. Ronald Terrio Travels Europe on PBS.
You did 2 continents at once.
Yes, that's true. I went to Europe and Africa. All right, now, Jean, what do you have tonight?
Tonight, I'm drinking from our friends at Wink and Owl, which is owned by Ian J. Gallo. Have their Chardonnay tonight.
Oh, yes, I've had that. What is that coming in at? 12 and a half?
12.5% ABV. No, actually just straight up 12. If you go examine it, we'll go look closer on the screen. It says 12 right here.
Okay, yeah, I was pleased with that. Okay, it's just as good as any other E&J wine. Okay, so now we're going to get into the products. I am recovering from a cold, but it never was really that bad. It was just blowing my nose constantly, Dr. Fawcett. But
Here you go.
yeah, thanks, Claude. I can't really grab it over the internet.
I keep these for when I get a client who starts whining about stuff. I get out the boohoo tissues.
Well, I'm not whining.
I know.
All right. So here's the Covista Mexican style lager made in New York, and nothing says Mexican lager like New York State, Rochester, New York.
Yeah. What's the name of it? Was it the name again?
Let me turn the lamp off so you can see it.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Come on,
Hey,
baby.
bottom there, Sean. Covista.
Yeah, Covista, which I don't think it means any. Hold on a second. We're having a little technical. All right.
Vista in Spanish means view. I don't know what co-vista with view, possibly.
Yeah, I was up around Jersey mostly. I didn't go into the city, but don't think I saw this at Total Wine or any of the other liquor stores.
It's Aldi.
Around North
It's an
Jersey.
Aldi.
Oh, okay.
Aldi.
Aldi all day.
Aldi all day.
And I was at Aldi's to get this wine, so I guess it hasn't arrived here yet.
$7.99 6-pack. The weird thing about it, it pours with a little bit of head, and then it doesn't leave much lacing. So you get a little thin white head, and it's dark. You know, it's kind of dark for a Mexican lager. It's darker than Modelo. It's gold, yeah. It's deep gold, burnished gold, old gold, like David called it old gold. What I said is 5%. Yeah, no, 4.5. Sorry, I got to update that. That's right, 4.5. Okay, let's get this straight. Easy to fix, 4.5. I'll show you the Aldi website. Not that that will help much. Here's a screen share.
Never does.
So the only thing that Aldi does is just show a picture of the 6-pack. Covista Cerveza. And then it says product code with a number, and that's it. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't.
It's just copper carbonated water with alcohol in
it. Well, it's not that bad, but okay.
You should be drinking a brandy tonight, Ron.
I have some. All right.
Nice toddy. Nice toddy.
No, that's what you drink when you got like a sore throat and you got like fever and you're feeling like hell. You know, I don't feel bad. I just sound bad. Tomorrow morning I'll be out there ready to roll, you know. All right, so the aroma, you do get some corn and barley, mostly barley. But it's coming from Rochester, New York, and I think we all know who is in Rochester, New York. But anyway,
who is in Rochester, New York?
Dundee, yes, our good friends Genesee.
Oh,
Honey Dundee, brown lager.
I don't know how they can be our good friends.
Yeah, the label says Rockwall Brewing, but they use a lot of alias names. Okay, so it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't look terrible.
Gold Mine Lager, remember that Gold Mine? Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do remember it. All right, the taste.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, so it has some sweetness. It has like a little tinge of bitterness. It's probably coming in around 13 IBU. Medium body, mostly dry finish. But when we did the review in my backyard a couple of weeks ago, David and I both came to the conclusion that it really doesn't have much flavor. We were saying, well, like, where's the taste? You know, it's not a bad flavor. It's just like a lack of it. if you put this up against Modelo Especial, I would just hate to see that. I would never do this. I would never do that. I would never subject us to that.
It'll be basically a mismatch, right?
Oh, it'd be a catastrophe.
Hey, Ron, you mentioned Modelo. I'm in Colorado right now. Have you guys? I'll tell you what. You go to the supermarket and liquor stores. I'm seeing monster Modelo end cap displays. Are you guys around the country seeing that too?
Yeah, I mean the liquor store I go to, Modelo goes like, shoom, regular Modelo.
I think
most of the displays around here are for Sam Adams.
really
Yeah, New England.
good beer. Damn good.
I would say Modelo. I would say that in Louisiana, Modelo is a strong seller.
We have a lot of my area of the whole region of Norcross, Dunwoody, Decatur, whatever. A lot of Hispanics here. I mean, Modelo, that liquor store I go to, they just flies off the shelf and they're constantly restacking, constantly.
Do you think they're really trying to steal the gap from Budweiser? They're really.
No, they're trying to overtake Corona. And they're
the same company, by the way. So
same company, yeah.
It was not the same company before all the Corona and Modelo wars started.
Right, but Corona. No, but wait. Corona was started by Modelo in 1925. So yeah, Modelo owns Corona. Yeah. So either way it goes, they win or they win. See, they win or they win.
That's a win-win, man.
This beer's all right. I mean, I'm dogging it, and it deserves to be dogged, but I'm not going to sit there and pretend it's terrible, but.
Oh, better yet, the Trader Jose lager versus that one.
Yeah, I'll probably go with the Trader Jose. Yeah, but and it's all right. I mean, I'm not going to buy it again. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to buy it again. I bought it. I have a 6-pack. This is the last bottle, and it ain't coming back to this house. But it's. I'm not going to pretend like it's bad. That would be a D, and it's not going to get a D. But I don't look forward to drinking it, and I'm glad it's gone. So anyway, yeah, well, too bad, Aldi. Y'all got to do better, but I'm sure y'all will.
But the Monterey, they also have the Monterey, which is their other one at Aldi. So,
That's the strong lager from Guatemala, and that is a really good one from Cervezas Central Americana. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, so now David is going to bring in a very interesting beer that will never get you drunk.
If you drink like 500, you might. Stella Artois. Artois.
Liberté.
Liberté. ABV is 0.0. Okay. So because it's Wild Card Wednesday, I thought I'd come on with a wild card and do a non-alcoholic. And why not? They're out there. They seem to be getting more and more popular as the days go by. Some people don't like to drink alcohol, but they want to stay in the game. So per se, so
there was this big thing called the sober movement. They were back maybe 2 years ago, whatever, 3 years ago, selling a lot of these non-alcoholic drinks. They did a special on NBC News. These new bars were popping up. The young crowd, the sober movement, these mixed cocktails and mixed wines, whatever, but no alcohol.
Right. So the point is this one tastes a lot like its alcoholic brother, just slightly different. And what's that difference?
So mixed wine, that's like drinking juicy fruit, right?
No, it's got it. It does have a beer flavor to it, but there is a little sweetness to it, which I can't really put a finger on what it is. It's coming in at 59 calories, but if you're concerned about carbs, you might as well move back to your Bud Ultra. I mean your Mick Ultra, because this is 13.2. It's got 1.5 grams of protein, no fat. And if you got questions, there's a 888 number on here. Or you can go and tap into your beer.com I assume that's their website.
Yeah, it's the nutritional website. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never went to it. So it tastes like a beer. It tastes like this one with alcohol. It's just not there.
What would happen if you were
Chris?
if Ron gave that to you in your famous blind taste test that you guys haven't done in a while that I've seen? You think you'd know right away it was an NA beer?
Yeah. But you get no alcohol, especially if you got a clean palate to start off with. Yeah. It does have a little there's a sweetness in it that beer's not going to hold. Or regular beer's not going to have. So you could definitely taste the difference between the two.
Do you notice the strange ingredients on this beer?
Sugar. So it's probably a malt beverage made from sugar, but it does have
Water.
barley.
Yeah, look, water, barley malt, cane sugar, natural flavors, and hops. That's really unusual.
Well, they got to put something in it to make it taste more like beer. Because
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the first ones, like the old duels and bucklers that were out. They tasted horrible. I mean, they were garbage.
I remember. Well, it looks like Stella Artois dropped their Sunshine summer beer, and they dropped their Midnight Lager. That's too bad because I like that Midnight Lager, but oh well.
I don't think it's sold too. I don't think either one of them sold that great.
No, you're
Here,
right.
and then next thing you know, they went to discount market areas, and even some of these places that buy stuff to sell at discount. It was there quick.
Yeah, but they were good though. But
What was it? They with the 24-ounce cans? Would they come in a case like 15? I remember going to get a whole case that for like $10.
For the Midnight Lager?
No, not the Midnight Lager. Now you're dreaming. It costs more money to make a darker beer.
All right, now Bumpy Road is bringing in his product.
I'm just curious because I noticed like the housing structure down in New Orleans, there in Louisiana. Your doorways, why are they kind of shaped like coffins?
Oh, it's an arch. This his or mine?
Oh,
well,
yours.
I can see yours, but I've seen them before. Like, yeah, they kind of have that arch thing going.
That's just the style. This house was built after World War II, so it's like almost 80 years old. They also have a what's called a border around the top of wood. Way back in the day, because all the walls are plaster, where they just put mesh on and they came back like a concrete finish.
All right.
You couldn't really hang any pictures, so what they did is they had hooks that dropped from the lip of the wood. That's actually a lip at the top, and then it goes up about 6 to 8 inches and starts to bevel in. They're all hardwood floors. They're old houses. That's what they look like.
Yeah, everything around there is just all squared off. So
yeah,
everything's like.
Yeah, you mean you found it was strange when he had that curved in.
Yeah, where it has the top just kind of has that
curve like a coffin. Yeah,
it looks like a coffin. Yeah,
or over there.
Your door.
Oh yeah, right there, right there where your hand is, right there.
Yeah,
like
that's just a slight arch. I don't know why they did it like that.
Welcome to Architectural Digest.
Right.
So I got the Clover, which is a Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey, single barrel, 45% alcohol by volume, 90 proof. It comes from the Bobby Jones collection. I guess he was some like gentleman golfer that liked his whiskey.
Famous golfer, Bobby Jones.
Yeah. Do you know him? You heard him?
No, it's a little before my time, but he's pretty renowned as a golfer. I don't know the thing, but they've been. If you Google him, you'll get a lot of good stuff about him.
Yeah. So pours pretty nice. It's got the nice deep gold coloration to it. Some
A lot of
aromas
golf
on it.
courses around the country have the Bobby Jones or Robert. Well, then again, that's his name, Robert Trent Jones. You know, Bobby Jones, Robert Trent Jones. You know, they.
Yeah, as you can see, it's a collection, so there are different bourbons you can pick up. I picked this one up only because it was $20 off.
Not bad.
Yeah. So there are other straight bourbons to try. The aromas on this are very nice. It's got a nice sweet smell to it. Kind of like a mellow sweet. It's kind of like a butter cookie with vanilla. It's a lot of like sweet, buttery vanilla for the most part. A little bit of a spice. It's pretty inviting. Gonna go ahead and take a little sip here. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
I have never heard of this product in my life.
Mm-hmm. So it does have a little bit of heat to it, even for 45%. I mean, I've drank, bourbons that were up there in the 50 plus alcohol percentage. This one definitely has a little bit of burn, but it still kind of goes down smooth. Buttery type notes, vanilla forward. A bit of an oakiness. It does leave you with a little bit of a char flavor. They do mention that on the bottle itself that there's a char. You definitely do notice that char. It's kind of the mid-range in the finish. It's kind of what's left on your palate. A charred barrel type presence. Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's not overly like. There's some bourbons, whiskeys that you can drink and you'll notice like a plethora of flavors, different notes. This it's pretty simplistic for the most part. It is a single barrel, but pretty easy to drink. It does have a smoothness despite the alcohol presence of burning your palate a little bit. It goes down without any real harsh notes, but it does have a lingering presence of some kind of like vanilla and buttery cookie type notes with the char in the barrel. It's not a bad product. I'm not sure I would purchase it for the $50 range, but $30, yeah.
Is that a 750 bottle?
It's not bad.
750.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a good deal.
I've been noticing that there's whiskey tasters on YouTube that they seem to be getting fed up with the chase down, the hiding stuff in the back rooms for folks, and not really having anything available. So they've actually started buying cheaper brands and putting them up against their rundown whiskeys or what are allocated. So they make up these strange words for everything. And a lot of times, the shorter, the normally priced $40, $50 range bottles are one of beating these ones that have been bumped to in some cases, $300.
Yeah. I haven't had any of those like, a couple $100 or even up in the hundreds of dollar range bourbons or whiskeys yet. I mean, I've gotten something that was as close to $80. So it was pretty darn good. It was one of my top, I'd say top rye whiskeys, but for the price of other rye whiskeys that I purchased for the $40 to $30 range, it's not that good. You know what I mean? That extra $30 or so, yeah, it's not worth that much of a difference.
Some cases,
yeah, the $40 range seems to be kind of you're doing pretty good. You're going to be enjoying it.
Bumpy. Bumpy, can I ask you, try better by itself or with ice?
I drink everything neat.
Neat. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's others. Eric likes to throw some water in his whiskey, a couple drops here and there. I guess some people say it brings out different flavor notes or whatnot. I don't know.
Some say the alcohol raises
I
up
say
more.
that if you're getting the full on bull's head, you're going to get the most flavor that you're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
If you're diluting it, what are you? I mean, I don't know. You're probably picking up some flavors that are coming out of your water. I don't know.
I agree with Bumpy.
That's not necessarily true. If you take the same bottle and you deliver it 3 different ways, one with a little water, one neat, and one over the rocks, there's subtle changes in each one of them. That way you can discover what way you really like to drink that whiskey you bought. And there's nothing wrong with drinking it neat, but in some cases, yes, the ice has a tendency to freeze the flavor, and water has a tendency to open it up a little bit. You might get some lighter notes. I've noticed with some of these strong ones, for instance, during the pandemic, we were getting Eagle Rare, but it was so harsh. It was like, I don't know if they left it in the barrels too long or what. And I kept on pouring water in it to the point where it started to taste like Blanton's. So the water does help the flavor. It smooths it out a little bit. I mean, I just don't know what you're looking for. In some cases, a hotter whiskey would mellow it out some. It just depends on where your flavor profile is with it. And you can try it 3 different ways. I would never, ever recommend putting any soda pop or sugary drink in any kind of whiskey.
What?
Oh, well, we better move on because I got my mix-ups. All right, now, Claude.
You mix up the double barrel Jack and Coke.
I better not get out my Diet Pepsi. It's sometimes you want a sipper, sometimes you want a mixer. And the ice, instead of water, a little ice sometimes smooths out the burn when it's a little too hot. I got this. I saw it. I've had it before. The bourbon. This is just the good old American whiskey, they call it. 750 milliliters, $32. A little on the pricey. So I guess, I don't know. For the quality, it's probably worth it. Definitely. They even say on the label, which is kind of interesting, that it is, they used oak barrels and everything. And it's cut with Rocky Mountain water and bottled at a high elevation. They make a big thing about the water they use to cut their process with on this. I think this is a good. I am by no means a whiskey expert. I'm learning whiskeys lately. This is a great whiskey for somebody, a neophyte, someone who's just getting started learning. It's very drinkable. It's very flavorful. Has a great smell to it. I mean, you can smell a little bit of the char, a little bit. You can smell the sweetness coming out. It's got a great nose. I mean, and to your health, gentlemen.
Cheers.
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 Claude, did you see the description of how this whiskey is constructed?
It's actually, it's kind of, it's the guy who is doing, and he's got his name on the bottle even. It's on one part of the bottle, it says cut with Rocky Mountain water. And then on the other part, it says Jess Graber, founder. So, and this is a guy who's tied in, I believe, with Stranahan's, which is a very, very popular whiskey here in Colorado. Also very pricey. A decent bottle of Stranahan's at 750 milliliters, you're getting in the high 40s, $50 range on there. But it's got a. Go ahead, Ron. I interrupted you.
No, what they're saying on the website, it's a blend of 2 different types of whiskeys. It's a high rye bourbon from Indiana, and it's blended with a small amount of Colorado single malt whiskey.
Stranahan's.
Yeah, so they're taking single malt whiskey, all barley malt, and they're blending it with high rye bourbon from Indiana, and then there you got 10 cup.
Yeah. And the marketing is great. I mean, I see displays in a lot of stores. They put the little Miners cup on it. It's cute and everything. It's if you're learning whiskey, you want to drink something smooth. It's got a sweet taste, a little bit of a sweet taste to it. Has a vanilla butterscotchy flavor to it. It's very nice. This makes a great Manhattan. If maybe it's a little pricey for a Manhattan, but it makes a great one because I've done it. I have a question for you guys before you move on. I saw in the store the other day, big display, something I've never had, Black Velvet, 1.75 liter for $21.95.
Is that a Irish whiskey?
No, Canadian.
Canadian. Okay, yeah. I think I've had the Black Velvet. Yeah.
It's just a good old. I don't know. I've never had it. Is Black Velvet? I mean, that was a great price, but I get nervous when I see huge bottles for that low a price.
Was it in plastic or glass?
It was. Good question. I think it was plastic.
Claude, I will say that Black Velvet is okay, but I'm not a huge fan. But I did buy a bottle for cheap because I got a deal on it. But it's all right. It's been around since 1951. I mean, it's kind of like a bourbon, but it's from Canada.
It's something you'd find when you're walking through the liquor aisle and your foot runs into it. Or in that case, it bounces off of because it's in plastic.
Boom. Yeah.
But I just wanted to ask you guys. I didn't buy it. I get nervous when I see something I've never had, and it's a big old bottle, and it's $21.95. I'm saying, oh, is this something that's going to be sitting in the back of the bar cabinet for like 20 years?
I mean, it's
a local.
I was mistaking that for King Robert. King Robert's is a blended Scotch whiskey.
Right? I would say about Black Velvet, it is basically a 3-year age Canadian whiskey. It's basically like a Canadian bourbon, but they can't call it bourbon in Canada because it's not from the United States. But it's all right. I have a bottle. I've been using it in taste challenges. For that price, 21, whatever you said for a handle.
Yeah.
I'd buy it. But I wouldn't have great expectations.
Okay. It's
probably you'd buy it.
What are you trying to imply? That I have a drinking problem?
Especially if it's, I don't know where that came from.
Grand Larceny, the one you have, Jay, that's a blended whiskey.
Well, actually, the Larceny was given to me by David. Thank you, David. He gave that to me. Yeah, he gave that.
And that's a blended whiskey, right?
No, it's a straight bourbon whiskey.
Straight bourbon. Okay.
And just to keep the show interesting, you were talking about Bobby Jones, golfer. One of my clients gave me this, an autograph, one of the greatest golfers ever, Arnold Palmer.
Yes.
I thought that was man. I thought that was Donald Trump.
Donald Trump will be. Unfortunately, Donald Trump is not able to come onto our show because he does not drink alcohol. All right, now.
Do you know why?
Because his brother died of alcoholism.
Yes. Very good. Good trivia.
Yep. So
the Ramble.
George W. Bush didn't drink either because he had a moment and said, I don't want to drink anymore. And he stopped. And
that dude had to stop drinking. You kidding?
His wife
he was
made
a
him.
Playboy party animal.
Yeah. And Abraham Lincoln didn't drink either. So I read that book of all the presidents what their favorite cocktails are and beverages they like to consume, and I think Bush, Trump, and Lincoln were the two that didn't really drink a lot. So
got Ulysses S. Grant. He didn't drink at all, did he?
Okay. Oh no, not more than a gallon a day.
All right, so I have the Winking Owl.
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. What are you trying to say, Dave? Chardonnay comes in at 12%. So bought this at Aldi's. Made by the friends at E&J Gallo, which do a lot of these wines. these budget flavored wines sold at some of these stores and whatnot. Subtle flavors of ripe apple, pear, toasted, a hint of spice. And I just had a little dinner tonight of some roasted chicken I had in the oven with some sauteed potatoes and carrots and some steamed vegetables.
You're making me hungry.
So so a nice little dinner, and I'll have the rest tomorrow for lunch at work. So here's what the wine looks like. I have it in my little glass, $3.45 for the bottle. Again, easy, affordable wines, kind of like the wine group with the Walmart brand called Oak Leaf, and even the Maker's Members Mark at Sam's Club. All these, a lot of these stores have these flavored, these reasonably priced wines. So here it is. I've already did all the sniff and everything like it needs to be on this one. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Let me say that I am a big fan of Wink and Owl wines.
I've had their Cabernet. I had it with a little plate of spaghetti and some cut up sausage, and that went very well.
You didn't choke when you were trying to drink that? Spaghetti and stuff?
No.
You're supposed to have red wine with spaghetti.
That's what I said. The Cabernet.
Oh.
Yeah, I had the
you had a
Cabernet.
Is that a California? Is that a California wine?
Yes, it is. E&J Gallo makes it. They'll say Wink and Owl Vineyards, but it's Modesto, California. It's really, if you go investigate, go deep into these names, you realize who really makes it. People, once the curtain has been revealed or the mask has been revealed, you know who's really behind it. Even like
it's hard to go wrong with a good California wine. The price, the flavor, you can't go wrong.
It's nice, enjoyable. I do get that apple, do get that pear. It is semi-dry for a good Chardonnay. Chardonnay is a very popular brand. Again, I'm more of a red person. I prefer Cabernet. I prefer a Syrah, Shiraz. Starts with a nice juicy steak, medium done.
You had me at steak.
Yeah, with a baked potato and a house salad.
No sour cream with bacon bits.
Yeah, no, just a little butter.
I'd really like to try. Damn it, I forgot his name now. That sucks. Lead singer of Tool there. Starts with an M.
Paul Maison.
So. He has his own. He opened up his own winery, anyways.
Okay.
Lead singer of Tool.
Oh, the guy from The Godfather.
No, not The Godfather.
He has some. I forget his name. Gosh, the producer or the director from The Godfather.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, he has some of the most fantastic wines.
Yeah, Maynard from Tool. He has his own winery.
Okay. We know all these actors and musicians. They all get involved in doing tequila, rum, whiskey, and wine and beer. I was watching. They did a story on Geddy Lee from Rush, and this past Sunday, and the story that him and his other bandmate, they're doing beer now. And I love Rush, by the way. Not Limbaugh, Rush. But
I have every Rush studio album. I have every. All right,
Limelight and Tom Sawyer are my favorite. Really enjoyed. This is nice. $3.45. You can't go wrong, guys. You're not breaking the bank. I wish there were bigger bottles like the Oak Leaf brands. At Walmart, you got the small. You got the 750 milliliter, and you got the 1 liter.
Yeah,
which is like maybe a couple of bucks more, but it's good wine if you want to add something to a dish. If you're cooking something with poultry, or fish, whatever, pour it in to give it a little flavor, but pairing it with fish and chicken, or just drinking it while you're cooking dinner, with friends just sitting out. Again, don't think about the complexity of it. Just look at it as a wine you're sipping, and you're enjoying, you're talking, you're laughing, having a good time. That's it. So I'll have my score coming up shortly.
Well, I think that those who hold high places must be the ones to start to mold a new reality closer to the heart. All right. Anyway,
Spoken word by Ron Terrio tonight.
Wow.
I am a poet, don't you know it? But anyway, as far as this catastrophe, I'm sorry. As far as this beer, Covista, I guess that means you're hanging out with somebody looking at something. Like, you know what I mean, with somebody. Covista. I would never do that. Get Modelo, get Corona, get Land Shark. If you really want to try it because you want to try everything, go ahead, buy it. It's $7.99. What's the real risk? There's no risk. Buy it. But I'm not buying it again. No way. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a B minus. It's like marginally good, but I can buy a lot of stuff that's cheaper than it, and it's like literally good. So I'm gonna give it a B minus.
So Disaster gets a B minus?
What I'm saying is, if it's a B minus if it's a B minus for this price point, it may as well be an F. See what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna go 80 out of 100. If you want to buy it, it's your life. If you want to buy it, it's your barely a B. Yeah. So if you want to buy it, it's your life. As far as promos, I'll show y'all something real fast. This is coming up on my channel soon. I'm gonna do a screen share. This has been a very interesting product. This is coming up. We got the greatest deal in the history of the world on this.
What is that?
It's a liqueur.
Montenegro?
Yeah, Amaro Montenegro. It's literally been on the market since 1885. And it is very interesting. They use 40 different botanicals. It's made in Italy. And it's really fancy, and it costs like a lot of money, but
it's like
we got it.
$40.
Yeah, a regular bottle is going to be about $40. The handle is going to be about 60, but David and I got it for we won't even say the price because it'll upset people. But anyway, yeah, we got a
By the way, I told him to go buy one because I went and picked one. He said, "Oh yeah, I saw it the other day, but I didn't know what it was." And I was like, "Yeah, well,
hey, that's my glass. I made a cocktail in my glass."
What? But anyway, yeah, it's in glass.
That one right there.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Well, he's saying that Montenegro company stole his glass. But yeah, so this is we got a great deal, and I guess that'll never happen again. But
negative. That's why you see, you just got to grab it. Look, even if you don't like it, you can always gift it to somebody. There's somebody out there that's gonna like something strange that you don't like. You just taste it like, oh man, look, I got this. Let's see what it's about. Taste it, didn't really like it. Here, you know, somebody was like, oh yeah, I really like that.
Bring it to the party and leave it in the kitchen with the other bottles. You know what I mean?
Always bring Pierre's brother. He'll take care of it.
But listen, this one is a winner. Believe me, this one, I sat out in the backyard yesterday. This is a winner. This is a winner. Don't fool yourself.
So what exactly is it? Like what does it fall under?
It's a
it's sort of like an Italian version of Jägermeister, but without the licorice. But without the licorice.
Can't do Jaeger.
Someone tell me why Jaeger is so popular, please.
I got absinthe back there.
It's Vicks Vapor Rub with alcohol. I mean,
yeah. But what I'm saying is this does not have the licorice. So anyway, that's all I got to. What the hell?
That's a day early, a couple of days early, Jay.
Eggnog. Oh, is it egg? Oh, it's eggnog season.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we got to talk to Alex because Alex
Yeah,
every year does his eggnog.
We got to have an eggnog night.
Negative.
Can't do eggnog either. No eggnog for me. Nope.
No,
Bushwhacker.
eggnog,
Yes.
no pumpkin spice.
Why are we going to
No.
me? We're skipping over.
Oh wait, it's David's turn, right? Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, folks.
Dave,
Hey,
are you
look.
cold? Dave, are you cold?
Look, when somebody gets their game on early.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'm a hobbyist. Sorry, I'm a hobbyist.
There's a 12-step program for you and your hobby.
Jay,
Yeah,
forgot
don't
next
wanna go.
Wednesday. What are you doing next Wednesday?
Right
Oh
here.
yeah, next Wednesday.
Right here. It starts right here with the Stella, and it has the full flavor of regular Stella.
Well, wait.
Right
What's the day finish?
Here. All right, kids, we're looking at the 0-0 Stella. And I'm here to tell you this tastes like Stellar and something else. I don't know what it is. There's some kind of a flavor they put in this to kind of balance it out. Most of the time you get kind of an off taste with these non-alcohol. So it's almost like a dancey kind of seltzer-y type thing. And it's almost, it's like Sierra Nevada, but flavor. This one's really good. It does taste like a malt beverage. And there's a lot of those going around nowadays that people are making all over the place out of sugar and all that. Whoa, what's in this one? Sugar. This is 59 calories. It's got 13.2 carbs. So if you want to make ultras, stay away. It also has
not a diet drink.
grams of protein in it and no fat. It pours and looks just like a regular beer style. It even still has the itty bitty little champagne bottles still bubbles coming out of it. So no, I have not been drinking tonight. So I give this a try midday break. Check it out, see what it's all about. It's got a full flavor. It kind of goes because the alcohol's not there. And something else just kind of pulls it through. And it's just something that's kind of, it's kind of flat. But hey, if you're out somewhere, you have to maintain. You're the DD for the night. I'd go ahead and take this one. Another good one is Heineken and also Bud Zero. Both of those are top notch in this particular field.
If you want to have the worst NA beer, try a Coors.
Bush NAs. Bush non-alcoholic is pretty good.
Jay,
I've seen Coors non-alcoholic for years. I've never had it. So how do you score this? What score do you give it?
Well, there's a couple of things I find kind of amusing on this. It says it's alcohol-free malt beverage with natural flavors. Also, it says here, non-taxable under some kind of section something of the IRC, whatever that means. But
right, because it can't.
You still pay tax on this, and it still costs as much as the regular beer. So, you could always call that number and say, "Hey, I bought this here, bought it there, whatever." It comes in the same Stella bottle, so it's an 11.2 or something like that.
Yeah, 11.2. What do you score it?
Non-alcoholic beers, I'm going to give this an A-.
Okay, it's pretty good.
It's
Like a 90.
It's a full flavored beer. It's a malt beverage. It's got everything you're going to want in a beer, just no booze.
Hey, that's fine. I drink those kind of things too sometimes. Well, not really, but
you?
No, I was just kidding. I don't really drink those. All right, just adding some humor to the show. But I've had them. Now, Bumpy. Oh, any promos? Dazzling Dave.
Oh, we can talk about Stillhouse.
Is that a gasoline can?
Kind of sounds like it too. Stillhouse. It's 100% corn whiskey, American's finest. From Tennessee. There's a famous other corn whiskey in Tennessee. There's a black label, the everybody seems to run down and buy. I got this at an amazing price of $2.99. This
What
is a
is that?
750 milliliter vessel.
$2.99.
That's,
Man, I want to try.
that's an oil can, isn't it?
It looks like lighter fluid.
It says it's corn whiskey. I think it's even 80 proof.
Hey, don't get me started on corn whiskey. Oy.
It says stainless steel.
I'm going to try that. I really want to try that. I wanted to try it last time I was at your house, and I forgot.
Can we pour it? Can you pour it into an engine? Will it kind of start the engine?
It's a
Mix
giant
it with-
flask.
Mix it up with your Stella.
No, he's not going to do that.
I know.
All right.
Light it up.
Well, I got this stuff too. I don't know if we saw that Davies County toasted.
Oh no,
I've never had that.
I gotta get some toasted whiskey. I haven't had any.
So it's okay. I'd say it's mid-range. It's mellow. It's got some flavor to it. I don't really know what toasted means. Maybe the
Well, it's
toasted
like,
bread,
you put bread in the toaster oven and you toast it,
I guess. I don't know.
but you don't roast it.
Okay. Yeah, then we kind of did this one the other day. The Gator Bite was this
Oh,
Friday.
yeah. I'd like to try that too.
Yeah, this is like $26.50.
Wow.
Let's look
Oh.
for.
That looks good.
That's about all I got around within grabbing range. Oh, I got this on the floor. It's been here for a while. Cuddy Salk.
Oh, yeah. I love that
Good,
stuff.
good stuff.
Don't trip over it. when you get up.
Next Wednesday, y'all. Next Wednesday, go out and get your torpedo, Sierra Nevada torpedo. Oh, yeah. I'd like to try that. I've never had that in my life.
It's not bad. I've had it.
I did the extra. I think I brought one for the Ezra books for a Fandango or maybe Thundering Thursday. I don't know. It was the
Yeah,
99.
this one has that.
I did bring.
This one has
one of
that little burn to it, Bumpy, that you were talking about.
Yeah, but for the price, I mean, what you're paying for that's not bad.
Yeah,
It's
and
better
I
than
got
old it's better than old granddad.
Heaven Hill. That 6-year Heaven Hill. For the price range, I would just buy Elijah
10
Craig.
high.
Yeah.
No.
Elijah
No.
Craig's pretty nice. It's got the sweetness.
Yeah, if you don't mind paying twice as much as you pay for Elijah Craig, you can always try that Heaven Hill 6-year.
Or was the other one Zachariah, whatever the other brand?
I have that. On my shelf. I've never had it.
What's the one 1792 or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Barton. Oh, yeah. Barton. Yeah.
Yeah,
Barton.
John's brother drank it all.
And very old Barton, and I like very old Barton a lot. So
Yeah, Barton 1792. I went to their distillery. All right, now Bumpy is being patient, and he's going to tell us about his products. Or
Yeah, so we've been doing Monday nights with Tanner on East Coast LQ reviews. He does a 100 scale score. This one, it's like I mentioned already, $50 price range. You probably wouldn't buy it, but it was on sale, for $30. This definitely fits into that $30 price range for me. It's nice. I think it's better than like some of the bottle and bonds I've had. What's the one that's pretty big that make the eggnog that's already pre-mixed?
Evan Williams.
Yeah, they're bottle and bond. It's kind of got some similar flavor notes, but I think this is even better. It's a little bit smoother, a little bit more of like kind of that buttery cookie note. It's just not as harsh. I think the bottle and bond's a little bit more harsh. It's a bit cheaper too. So I mean, you're kind of looking at some price difference versus like some flavor notes and stuff like that. This one's not drastically like super sophisticated though. I'd say Russell's 10, which is a wild turkey product. The Russell's 10, I think, is better than this in my own perspective. I'd probably score this one in the kind of mid 70 range. I'd probably say like 74 out of
Like a
100.
C, like average, but nothing great.
Well, we've hit like pretty low. We haven't scored anything above 80, pretty much.
I know. I've been watching.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just kind of keeping in that kind of aspect, and then I'm also adding price in because you got to look at that too.
Absolutely.
So I mean, yeah, I've had some cheaper whiskeys that I think I would rather have than just have a better flavor profile because this one's not super in depth. But what it does have is it is smooth. It does have that kind of, I like the buttery cookie. I like the vanilla notes that come out of it. It does have that kind of charred barrel note too. It's just not harsh. So that's good. But I would like to get a bit more, I'd like to be able to be like, oh, I think I'm picking out, something else than 3 notes from something that's priced at what it normally is. That's why I'm going to kind of score it in that like 74 out of 100 range.
Do you
Definitely
think
something you can try though. I would look because they have 4 different ones, I believe. That's why it's the Clover. They got 4 of these straight bourbons out there. They have Kentucky straight bourbon, the Tennessee one that I have now, and then I haven't seen the other ones, but they did show up in that website that you brought up. So a product that I would probably look just to try at least if I go out to like it'd have probably be a really fancy bar or something like that because a lot of times you're not going to see stuff like this on the bar shelf.
no?
So if they did have it and I could try like just a a glass, that'd be nice versus buying a whole bottle because you're not going to find these in shooters either. It's probably a kind of a small batch type of thing. But yeah, other than the score on this, on my channel, I got obviously my beer review stuff. That's mostly what I do. So I got a video coming out tomorrow. And I've recently started doing frozen pizza reviews.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and they kind of, I would say they took off. I mean, it's I obviously get a lot more views on my frozen pizza reviews than I do my beer reviews.
Do you doctor your
my
frozen
malt liquor?
or you
I do
just
malt liquor
do
reviews.
them neat as in the way they come?
What's that?
Do you doctor the frozen pizzas? Meaning, do you add items to them to make them
Oh
better?
no, I do it the way that they come because you're getting what you pay for. And that was my whole thing was because for one thing, I mean, you got Dave Portnoy out there doing pizza reviews, and then he started doing frozen pizza.
Just
reviews.
one bite. Just one bite.
Just one bite, but he eats like more than one bite.
Yeah.
One bite.
And you can't judge anything off of like if I judge beers off of one sip, that'd be unfair because things, you're not going to get everything off of one sip. So yeah, so that kind of pushed me, and then also there was like the family. We kind of like it's difficult to try to get different people within a family to agree on something. And the family, we all kind of liked one pizza. We all were like, okay, this pizza's nice. Even my stepdaughter agreed. And one night we were going to do frozen pizza, and my stepdaughter was at the store, and she couldn't find the pizza that we all liked, which was the Detroit style deep dish from Motor City. So because she couldn't find that pizza, she couldn't agree to pick up any other frozen pizza. So we were like, okay, screw it. We're just going to do hot dogs then. So we ended up doing hot dogs. So that kind of pushed me. I'm like, you know what? There's got to be other pizzas out there than this. So that's why I started doing the frozen pizza reviews. And yeah, I'm been pretty surprised. We actually had a pizza tonight. It was Motor City. And I was disappointed because we just did the plain cheese, which we normally don't do, just plain
Why
cheese.
Why would you name a pizza Motor City? For God's sakes. I mean,
it's out of Detroit, Motor City.
No, I knew that part, but
it should have been, in the words of Bob Seger, down on Main Street.
But yeah, but it just goes to show that, yeah, I'm kind of like,
I mean, DG,
I'm really looking into these frozen pizzas, so. It's kind of a cool thing that it's more of a personal journey, and I'm just taking everybody along with me, and some folks seem to really get into it. So
What about the ones from Walmart Marketplace?
I got one of those in the freezer right now because it grabbed my attention. So I'm one of those guys like my favorite type of pizza is just a supreme, like loaded up like everything,
I
pretty
agree.
much veggies, the meats, just whatever. But I do like just plain cheese as well because you can't go wrong with a plain cheese usually. But I'm also sometimes getting that mood for a little bit of sweet and stuff like that, sweet and savory. And I do agree with the the pineapple and ham pizzas, the Hawaiian pizza. But what I like to do is I'm also a spicy guy, so I'll usually throw some, hey, make it a spicy Hawaiian, put some bacon on there, ham, the pineapple, and jalapenos. And so I was walking through looking for some frozen pizzas, and I walked across the Great Value, bacon jalapeno rising crust, and I'm like, no way. Like, I gotta get this because this is like right up my alley and it's already that way. You know what I mean? It's like kind of the way I would have made the pizza myself, minus the pineapple and stuff. But it's yeah. So that's my freezer. So that will be coming up as well.
That's interesting. And, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Do you think that you guys will review Benchmark bourbon on the Monday night?
Benchmark.
It's been on the market for 55 years, so I mean it's pretty.
Yeah, famous. Is that when you can get at like a regular liquor store, or is it?
Yeah,
like
Benchmark.
It's not like a weird Aldi.
Benchmark.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's a regular. Any liquor store sells Benchmark.
Okay, yeah. Let me write that down. I will bring it up. We're always looking to do something different, and most of the time we can't agree on anything.
Bumpy, don't forget the located.
Like I messaged everybody today, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to the liquor store. Can we figure out what we're going to be doing?" Nobody could come up. Nobody answered me.
Yeah, everybody can find Benchmark. Everybody has Benchmark.
Benchmark, Bobble, and Bond. I going to get that tomorrow for Friday.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's like 10 different benchmarks, but I'm just talking about the regular Benchmark, the old number 8.
Old number 8.
Yeah,
I wrote it down.
I brought that on Fandango Friday or Thundering Thursday.
I remember. Yeah, right. That's it.
I got that written down, so I will.
You'll find it.
Here's the here. I have a
friend. We got to go to the other people. We got to go to the other people because I know people got stuff to do. So let's see who is next. Jean and then Claude.
No. Claude.
Oh yeah, you were last. Okay, sorry. All right. Anything else, Bumpy?
No, that's it. Cheers.
But Bumpy, real quick question. The pizza. Have you done? You mentioned. Have you done some of the stores like Sam's Club or Costco or BJ's Wholesale? I know those stores sell pizza as well. Have you reviewed some of their stuff?
I have not. Like as far as like the pre-made cooked ones, I'm just doing frozen pizzas.
Right, they do frozen, but I know they also sell full pies if you go to their if they have.
I haven't hit them up yet. Yeah, there was some that were like they weren't quite frozen, but they were refrigerated at Sam's Club. Those are pretty darn good.
Take over.
So yeah, I plan on doing a lot of stuff. I've kind of just started off on this venture, so I plan on
also.
God, I'm so
add on pizza Tabasco.
I'm so depressed after hearing about frozen pizza. Because I come from a land where pizza was in New Jersey.
This is Wild Card Wednesday. Focus.
And Claude comes from a state where pizza is almost like a religion.
Yes,
people they wear little chains with pizzas around their neck. I mean, it's pizza's important.
Jersey.
Yeah. The only frozen pizza I can talk about in Jean-Pierre. You remember a Tree Tavern pizza, 4 for $1?
That name sounds familiar. Tree Tavern sounds familiar.
Tree Tavern, frozen pizza. I'm showing my age now. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it was when you just worked all day and you came home and you threw it in the oven, you ate it. It was a carb. I'll go to that. And my friends make fun of me from New York and New Jersey because I do like Costco pizza. I think Costco you can't beat it. You get a whole big pie for like, what is it, $8.50, $9.50 or something. Pepperoni is $10. It's edible, definitely. I drank tin cup whiskey tonight, the American whiskey blend. It's blended with Stranahan's. It's great for someone who wants to just start drinking whiskey and learn more about it, maybe step up a little. It's smooth. It's got a sweet taste. It's delicious. I put it on ice. It got even better. I mean, it's just a nice whiskey to drink. I give it a healthy 93.
Okay.
I think it's just a very good product. I have a question to ask because you guys talk. How important is the glass? I think the glass is extremely important when you're drinking a good whiskey or something like that.
I really don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
I think you're right. The glass is important.
It's not the same as a Dixie cup, a plastic cup.
I have this glass that's kind of have markings on it.
Dimples.
And then I have this glass right here that's clear. I usually bring on Fandango Friday.
Yeah.
Or
what is it about the glass that makes the drink better?
What they really want.
To play some thighs I've seen before in my life.
You want a Glencairn, realistically.
Beautiful.
It's scientifically built to.
How much is it?
I don't know. This was gifted to me.
Okay. Scientifically build those things that they don't.
It gives you directions and everything.
Oh, wow. How to use a glass.
Yeah.
Hey, Bumpy, do you have one for beer?
I have lots of glasses of beer.
You have one of those Glencairns that is J-proof.
All beer glasses. So,
This glass will be for a stout. This glass will be for
I have a stout glass. I have a Pilsner
Triplet.
glass. I have IPA glasses. Yeah.
Glass is important. Just the last word. I always judge a product by would I buy it again? Definitely would buy tin cup again. I definitely would get it again. It's enjoyable. It's just a nice, you can sip it, you can blend it, make a Manhattan out of it. It's just a good product.
I'd like to try it. I would.
No promos. I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hopefully y'all enjoyed my videos that I've posted. I did the 1985 IPA, which 1985. Let's see. I was gonna sing a song. Let me see. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me.
Yeah.
With
right.
Paul Young. All right. Anyway, Paul Young, by the way. 1985 New Belgium Voodoo Ranger IPA. I did the Three Taverns Yukio Premium Lager, was a Japanese lager, and I just uploaded a video I did last night, the Henry's Hot Spur Hard Press for Cider. That is from our friends at Trader Joe's, where it's sold at. So those are the latest videos that I have on my channel. This is what I have coming up. As far as the wine that I reviewed, I'm going to give the Winking Owl a 90 out of 100 score. Very enjoyable, likable. I think it's pretty decent. Nothing too ho-hum about it. It's not the greatest thing. Well, you know what, Jay, change that score. I would say 89 out of 100.
89? Okay.
89 out of 100 for that. So it's a good, reasonable price wine. Again, I think wine should be enjoyed by everybody. You work hard, no matter you're making a lot of money or you're just a working Joe, working Jane. You deserve the fruits of your labor. Have fun. Get a nice glass of wine, and it should be reasonably affordable and enjoyable. I feel. What I have coming up on my channel. I have this right here from our friends at Allagash. Gather Wall. This is their bourbon barrel aged stout at 11%.
Mm.
Right here. Who needs Goose Island Bourbon County stout, right? Who needs that? And this was reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was recently priced at $4.99, I believe it was. No, $3.99. Excuse me. For the
Well, that's
size.
not too
One?
bad.
For one?
$3.99 for this one bottle. Yeah, Allagash. 11%, $3.99. So
Ooh, ounce per ounce, you can get whiskey.
Better than $13.99 for a 16.9 ounce.
yes. Or the backyard or the bananas farces, which is what we have, only can get here in this area. So
$2.99. $2.99.
yeah.
That's a deal. Okay, Claude. Bye-bye, Claude.
All right. Evil Twin Imperial Stout. This is the Imperial Biscotti break.
Oh, that stuff's good. I've had it. That stuff is so good. You're going to love it.
I'm getting kind of tired. This show's going on really long tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
hold on, Dave. Hold on. We're almost done. St. Variant Triple Style Ale from Left Hand Brewing
Everybody's
Company.
falling off though. That means hurry up.
And Raleigh from Service Brewing Company, Raleigh Point Pilsner, is a brewing company made by veterans. Veteran brewing company, veteran brewed, veteran owned, veteran brewed. So, yeah. So, I'll have that bottle bond from our friends from Benchmark for Friday. Benchmark Friday for Fandango Friday, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. I will have something for Super Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. And next Wednesday, we're doing what again, Jay?
Torpedo Extra IPA.
Extra Torpedo from our friends at Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, it's just Torpedo XP IPA. Just
The
Torpedo.
the legendary Torpedo. All right,
You get
thank
the
you, Jean.
original.
Thank you, Jean. And he's going to close us out with his famous closeout.
They said, come on, get this crap over with. Hey, here we go. Jean Pierre. Enjoy the week, enjoy life. When the final months, the final days of 2023, folks, have fun, enjoy life, smile.
That's it? That was your famous closer? Interesting.